Hello, and welcome to the Shippguard. And welcome to Shippguard not knowing how to record during his own videos. So what ended up happening was, you guessed it, I didn't know if my mic was on at all. So here we are, post-commentary. I don't remember all what happened. I know stuff did happen. So, we finished the Snake Zone of Plane, we beat both quests, and yeah, I think we went into the Sapphire of Taluk. We have to steal the Sapphire, which it wasn't even a Sapphire. It wasn't even a Sapphire, it was a Ruby. And I was like, a Ruby Sapphire? Really? Is that what we're going with? So this one I wanted to build it up a little bit, but I didn't build it up too much just because I accidentally connected. But I built it up a little bit. I did go in with the Alchemist because I really wanted to try and get him to work because I was tired of playing just the Ranger and the Barbarian. And man, let me tell you, Leggy Spider, super good against your level 1 characters, like, that aren't based on physical damage. I'll tell you that. I think it's either this run or the next run that I get it. Right there, I know I healed, even though I had like a fast attack. I think I do it here. No, I just keep blocking. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't need to do damage. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta heal again. But I mean, like, I wasn't dying. I also didn't realize I had a flask of lightning. I was just like, oh. And then, boom. There we go. Was able to get it. So, what I found out with the Alchemist, you really want to get a bunch of attacks that are all based off healing, attacking and healing, or blocking and healing. So yeah, he's like your real magic user. Let's see. I was looking at the arrow mounts. All those things are mean. Like I tell you that they are mean. So right here, I was just like, oh well, I'm just gonna build because I don't want to go straight for the gem. You know, like I said before, you gotta build it all up. You know, you can't just have a dungeon where it's point A, point B, and then point C. That's just lame. So let's see, in this one I was debating, like, should I just heal the damage or should I block? So I just decided to heal it back because I would be down to 2. Usually I want to wait for like attacks like this to like where it's only 1 damage, so I can just deal massive amounts of damage. Like, look at that, 4 damage in 1 attack. I think later in this run I get like 6 damage? 5 or 6 damage. So I went with the Leatherbound Tomb because, again, it was just all magic based. Let me draw a card. Decided to put a man-eating plant there. And I'm like, oh, what should I put? And then I'm like, I don't really want to put the tornado yet. Just because we only have like level 1 and 2 gear. And this is pretty good. I do like the block. What I found with the Alchemist is that being able to block attacks, well, not block attacks, but being able to heal and block and heal is just so good, especially if you get like all your healing in the beginning, because then you just start adding more and more health so that you're at permanently higher health for the rest of the match, of course. For this one, it's just, you know, you get lucky, you don't. This one I was like really bummed out. I was like, ah, shoot. But then I'm like, Flask of Lightning saves the Alchemist. Because if he didn't have that, it would be sad. So I actually went with the scroll, and I know it had stupidity, but it just had a lot better of attacks, so it put me, I think, at Holy 3. Sorry, I guess I'm gonna have to add music in again, huh? Gotta figure out what type of music would fit a quelling quest, yes. Here, my mistake, I connected it. I was just like, yeah, let's get it going. Okay. So, blinding light, perfect. What does suck, though, is that you don't get all the block. Like, nah, never mind. I don't think there was anything too bad about it. Yeah. I mean, it does get scary with this game. Especially when you get just heal cards and all they're doing is knocking you down on cards. And like, Alchemist doesn't really have any physical attributes. I mean, you could give him physical cards, but there isn't too many physical cards that deal damage. Oh, no, physical cards that deal damage. There isn't a lot of physical cards, physical attacks that heal you as well. Most of them are about you take a hit so you can deal stronger hits. And I'm like, shoot, what do I do here? Alright, so I guess we just... I think I put a monster down later on because I felt like kind of bad. I was like, and like I couldn't use this massive gem for, you know, oh shit, what am I trying to say? To lure me away, because, you know, the whole quest of this one is collect a massive gem. And I'm like, ah, oh, they're shame. So Lizardman, not that bad. This focus card is really nice. It's pretty much what he does. Add more damage, heal, and then draw a card. This one didn't really need to do that. I just wanted to, and then I saw this and I'm like, wow, that's 3 damage to the face that I can't block, so, and then I'm like, oh shoot, and then I'm like, haha, and yeah, there's the 5 damage one right there. I was pretty proud of that. And then Flash of Lightning. Flash of Lightning is just too perfect, man. If I could give my Alchemist the ability to, as you can see, we get Holy 4, which is pretty nice. If we could get my character, the Alchemist, the bow, I think it would be pretty good. I just skipped the turn there because it's like, well, I'm already heading for it, and there's no way to do anything about it. And he's like, okay, I'm going to make you discard a card, so I'm going to draw a card. Boom. And I'm like, okay. I did realize with the Alchemist is that they're not very defensive just because all the healing. So if you play this character, I'd recommend going with Growth, Arcane, and Holy, especially Holy, because Holy, holy crap, is so good for you. Yeah, so, and then I wouldn't go with Stupidity, mostly. I don't know what happens if you go like Stupidity 4. I've never really gone there, and I haven't really wanted to, because I feel like it just gets worse and worse. And I doubt there's anything that gives me like super stupidity. Flash of Lightning. It's just a little bit of the ranger in there that I like, you know. I think I go with the Mage Roads because it's just like, yeah, unblockable 3 damage and then an even better Flask of Lightning. And I'm like, okay, nope, just go straight into it. The Dire Scorpion is our boss. So, the Dire Scorpions, man, they have Bulwark, and if you don't remember what Bulwark is if they would take 1 damage exactly, they block it. No matter if it's physical, no matter if it's magical, as long as it's just 1 damage, it'll be fine. Let me tell you, that's really annoying. And I wasn't getting any of the physical blocks. I wasn't even getting any of my heals, and I do realize that my deck is a little hep. But in the end, I was fine just because I was doing 3 damage a lot, healing. I got the bone, because like Celebrate, perfect. Celebrate is so freaking good, man. Veteran started with Blade 1, which I was kind of sad about. It's like, why? Like, why do you need Blade 1? You don't need Blade 1, you're an alchemist, you don't need to fight with Blade 1, which is pretty funny, because, like, I think, not this run, because I think I go in with the Barbarian, because it's like, you know, you gotta switch it up a little bit. Switch it up, and let me tell you, going from a character that all they do is heal to a character that all that does is deal damage to itself was not the best idea, because yeah, I think I'll just skip to the part where this loses, because you'll see I'm so used to having so much health. Alright, I think it's this fight with the Hilly Knoll. And the only reason why I lost is because he had Fury, and I was not able to draw into my Withstand card, and I was just taking damage. Because he got down to Fury a lot faster than I would like to. And but for some reason I decided, yeah, I could take 4 damage just to deal 1. That's fine. Because like I thought I would draw it, and I didn't. I was like, boom. Alright, so I decided to do the same one, but with the Alchemist, because like, I got lucky with the Alchemist, and I'm like, okay, I might as well do it. So, I was doing that. I decided not to fight the Leggy Spider, because the Leggy Spider is better for physical attackers. But you know, it's fair. Legs, you just punch a crap ton of legs. I decided to not block that damage, just so I could get more damage, so like, you know, 4 damage. For all unblocked damage. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna deal 2 damage to you, and I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I'm just gonna heal it all, because I'm blessed. And he's like, alright, I'll take it a little bit easier on you, and then, ow, how dare you, how dare you! So we murdered a rat. So this one was like, you know, pretty simple. Just go with the paper crown, block, heal. I mean, what else do you do? A lot of pixies. Pixies are probably, I would say that they're worse than ghosts. Like, ghost is a level 2 enemy, but pixies are a little bit meaner. And the reason why I fought the pixies is because I didn't want to fight the lizard man, because I had just leveled up, and I had just gotten one thing, and also this one is a timed one. Its cave collapses in 8 turns after this fight. Perfect use of Flask of Pixie Tears. Use it on the pixies. Did not realize that until now. This is why I kind of like post commentary. Is like I can look at the small little details and joke around with you guys about it. Ooh, yeah, I got Arcane Wand. Just because growth is just so good. Take that however you will. And then I was like, ooh, level 3 enemies. I don't want to fight any of them. So I just fought the Leggy Spider. Like, Owlbear and Air Elemental. They're tough, man. Like I've said in the past about this game, the scaling is a little tough. And it's also, like, you know, luck based. So what you gonna do? 2 damage, and then there's 3 because they had Frown. I'm like, yeah, perfect. I have physical attacks. And then, man, the Spit Acid, I hate it so much because it's 3 damage. It can either be 2 physical and 1 magical, or 2 magical and 1 physical, and I'm just like, what? That's a little rough. So with all these attacks where I'm healing and blocking, it's bread and butter for the alchemist. It's what you want. It's what you need. Because just healing isn't as great as dealing damage or healing and blocking. I didn't go with any of those weapons because Magic 1 was best, and then I got the Mage Robes, which put me at Arcane 2 and Holy 2. And something happened here. I think like the game glitched when I put down this rat. No, it didn't. Alright. I thought when I looked at it, it said loner activated, and I was like, what? Why is loner activated? I was like, oh, it's not activated. Excuse you, kitty. I do kind of hate the blocks and heal because a lot of enemies have unblockables. But to be fair, it's not really all that bad. It could be worse. You could have crap stuff. I do look like a little king though. Like, look how cute this character is. Etel. I would never name my child Etel. If you're an Etel and you're watching this, I think your name is chill as crap. But I just couldn't. And man, I found Dead Lizard Charm, and this just came out of nowhere. And I was just like, oh my god. What? I'm already at Arcane 4? Like, that's pretty good. I really thought Holy would have been the really good one, but it's Arcane that gives you most of the healing, which I don't know how to feel about that. But I mean, I'm not the developer. So I do realize with this with the Magic deck is that the decks are very large. Like, they are heavy. And you just need to be able to get your draw cards to get to your healing cards so that you don't die. Because if you die, that sucks. Until I decided to magic block there just to get the more damage. And then this was perfect. Because down to 1, back up to almost full and draw 2 cards. Like, I was going through the deck. And then another 5 damage to the face. If only if I could find like another one to give me just one more sweet lick of damage so I could get 6. And I'm like looking at all this, thinking about healing, even though Flask of Lightning right there, yeah, use the lightning. The lightning is your best bet when it comes to enemies like that. I was pretty much tricked out. I don't think excuse me. I think I went with the flame leash just because it was quicker than the smite. So yeah, Arcane 4, Fire 2. I haven't really gotten into the Fire one yet all that much. I wish I could. I wish I also didn't do that. I just don't raid, man. Like, I see Bulwark and I'm like, oh yeah, that's not bad. But you'll see why it's not the greatest to put him in the last room. You'll understand why it was not the smartest idea. It's not the worst idea. I tell you that. It's not the worst idea. Worst idea is fighting like Lizard Man because, oh my god, I was not getting any of my healing stuff. Like, after the last fight that I just done, this one felt like super lame. I'm like, really? Because he was already back up to full. I was down to 3. And I was really worried. Luckily I did get one of my healing ones. And I was able to pull ahead. And then I'm like, okay. Because no matter what I do, Flask of Lightning is going to be the best. As long as he hadn't had a shield for it. And then I found the Cultist Hood. I really debated it, and I put it on. Just because it gave me Holy 3, and I think I already had Fire 2. I just innately have Blade 1, and it's just, I don't know why they gave him Blade 1. And this was quite the turn. Because barrels, or owlbear, as you can tell, are pretty mean. Like, they are mean characters to fight. Like, look at this, he was just slamming me with 3 attacks every turn, and I'm like, okay, I'm at, like, above max health. I think I can start going in, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's Fury. Because he's just that cool. And I hate the barrels. I tell you, like, owlbears and barrels, like, whoever made this enemy, why did you do this? They are so mean. Why would you give them Fury? Nothing here was really any good. I mean, Growth 2 would have been cool, I guess. But it just wasn't as good as the cultist did. And then this crapper came up, and I'm like, oh, come on. Are you serious? And this guy sucked. I don't know why he has Bulwark, because a lot of his attacks deal damage back to himself, and Bulwark doesn't count if it hits himself, like here. Come on. Am I blocking? Just block. Or attack. Yeah, I decided to block. Since he wasn't taking any since I wasn't attacking him, and he was only dealing 1 damage to himself, he had Bulwark. But this dude could also heal. I'm like, why can he heal? He can block, he can heal, and he's just amazing. He's everything that I want to be in a tornado. I don't know why he healed there. I really don't know why he healed. Like, is it just me, or like, should he have not healed? Right here I'm debating, like, should I go with that? And then he randomly gets concealed, and I'm just like, what? Oh, what does that have to do with anything? So I'm just like, fast attack. And he's dead. It's almost like it didn't even matter. Like, there was no point in you doing that. I'm sorry, I'm just salty, because, like, he came up on me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, could you imagine if the cave had closed? I would have screwed myself pretty bad. So I'm just like, alright, well, I don't want to fight a dire spider, because those things suck, because I just fought a thing with Bulwark. And then I'm like, hey, let's tempt fate. Let's get the Sapphire. Fight a Lizard Man, because Lizard Man, it's pretty cool. Didn't want him to do that. Yeah, you don't get the block. You don't curl off the block. So I just celebrate with the mind and... Sorry, I'm rambling at this point. So yeah, Lizard Man swinging in with 3. The enemies from the first couple stages were not this crazy, I don't think. Like the bosses were. The bosses were pretty crazy, but these guys, they just start out crazy, and I'm just like, well, why would you be so crazy? Like, just don't make me discard every other card. Like, why would you do that? Again, it's great to keep your fast attack, just because being able to block them from healing is always, almost always the best thing you can do. So right here I'm like debating, like, do I want to get Blade 3 for some reason? I'm like, nah. I really did think about putting the gold pouch there, and I'm like, no, that's a bad idea, because it's going to stop me, and I'm going to get crushed the room before the end, and that's going to be like the worst. I guess I should apologize for like this video coming out late. It's been a couple days. I donated plasma the other day, and it was pretty cool. I got to see my blood. I'd recommend going and doing that, because we need plasma in the world. It doesn't take too much time, and most of the time they'll reimburse you. And even if you don't want to be reimbursed, and you just feel like, hey, I want to be a good person and just donate, I would totally do that. I would totally just go do that and help somebody out. And bring headphones so you can watch me and listen to me play, because it can take from like 45 minutes to 90 minutes, just depending on a couple of factors. Like, make sure if you're going to drink a lot of water, just so that when you get there it doesn't take as long, because then your blood is flowing faster. And yeah, make sure you have 3 forms of ID, because can't just start donating your plasma to anybody. And then we got Zealot, which gives us Holy One. And I'm like, yes, yes, he needs Holy. I mean, it would be great if he had Arcane. Then we got our Barbarian back. Then I'm like, oh cool, we got like 1,183 gold. But I'm thinking about waiting till tier 3 of anything, because I just want to save up a little bit. So, thank you all so much for watching.